Every city has its makers, and here in Winter Park, two friends joined together and they created something that this town had never seen before. When you got together and you said, you know, let's start a distillery, when was the moment that you both said, yeah, let's do this?
Boy, I don't know. That was, so it was kind of an evolutionary process, and this was kind of a crazy harebrained idea. I had taken a trip out west and saw some craft breweries and some great wineries, and there was this thing called craft distilleries that I had never heard of. And I thought, why haven't people done this in Florida? Like, this is, somebody should do this. And so that's when I came back and we had that conversation about, you know, how can we pull this off?
And nobody else was doing it here. And like Paul said, there are so many cool places out west. Cities like Portland and Seattle had distillery rows and that kind of stuff. And really Florida at that time, just because of the laws, it was very difficult to start a distillery. But, you know, we thought we'd pick the jump and do it. That was it.
So here's one of the things that I don't think a lot of people know is the Winter Park Distillery. They have won some amazing awards. You are known all over for these awards.
We have 2 bourbons on the market, both of which have won medals in Berlin and New York and San Francisco, which is the biggest spirits competition in the world. We've won awards from American Craft Spirits Association, which is like a jury of your peers. That's other craft distillers. So yeah, we've won a bunch of accolades over the years. It's always nice to be recognized for doing a good job.
And so that kind of leads us to where we are today, which is so huge to be right here in the heart of Winter Park, the place that if anybody's talking about Winter Park, they're talking about Park Avenue. And here you are at the Imperial. How did that come to be?
Paul and I we already had a pre-existing relationship with the owners of the Imperial. And so we'd known John and Drew for a really long time. And we knew that they were taking the wraps off of this place and that they had a beer and wine license, but they didn't have a full liquor license. The legal situation in Florida sort of changed after the pandemic, where, you know, we could have a distillery kind of tucked away inside of a hospitality venue like this. Again, we're kind of trailblazing it because we're the first ones to really do this around here. But it's allowed us to go ahead and create a new concept that is, like you said, smack in the middle of Park Avenue.
So as this journey was unfolding, what would you say as you're looking back over this journey? Like, what is the moment that you are most proud of?
The part that I'm most proud of is the fact that we've done this in our hometown and, you know, hopefully made the people of Winter Park proud of us. And I'd like to think that the Winter Park Distilling Company and all of the accomplishments of that organization is now part of the fabric of Winter Park. Certainly that does make me very proud.
All right, so here's your favorite drink. Tell everyone what we have here.
So this is a Manhattan made with Bear Gully Classic Reserve Bourbon. Cheers.
So Andrew, when Paul came to you with this idea, what was the first thing that went through your mind?
You know, it really took no convincing whatsoever. I was sold the minute Paul brought it up, but sort of the legal instinct in me said to Paul, you know what, I think that there might be some licensing involved in all of this, creating a distillery. So went back and actually checked the legal books, and yeah, it turns out there were a few hurdles to jumping in and starting a distillery, but I mean, it was go from there. You know, Paul has that quality about him that once you make a decision, you put your foot on the gas pedal and go.
All right, Andrew, we asked you your favorite drink, your favorite cocktail, and what do we have here today?
Well, we have a classic old-fashioned made with Bear Gully Classic Reserve Bourbon from our Winter Park Distilling Company.
Nice. The Winter Park Distilling Company isn't just about the spirits, it's about the people behind them. I'm Melissa Johnson, and this is your American Dream. And I'll have a Manhattan, please.